Today we are going to be showing you how to use the Quad Palkia deck. This deck has 3 different openings, one being with the Manaphy, Origin Form Palkia, and lastly the Palkia EX. In this video we are going to outline what the playstyle for each of these openings are. We have 2 Misties, a Sabrina, a Cyrus, 2 Leafs, and 2 Iridas in it. This is going to give this deck a lot of sustainability with healing, energy generation between the Manaphys and the Misties, some maneuverability with the Leafs, and Sabrina and Cyrus to ultimately have full control over your opponent. Also has 2 giant capes, and the reason for this is to be able to beat the ranges against enemy Palkias. Between all of these support cards, this deck is really well rounded. Let's jump right into the games, and I hope you enjoy the video. This start is quite an offensive start. Obviously getting first energy is great. This deck really doesn't struggle that badly with getting no energy if you're going first. But yeah, I mean, getting first, getting that first energy, getting slashes off, definitely is an alright defensive, offensive posture. Doing some damage, forces them to figure out whether they are going to have to retreat or anything. We got the Iridas to kind of give some sustainability that way too. I mean, yeah, it's just all in all, Palkia is a great spot to start with, especially the EX. But yeah, so turn 1, we'll get the Professor's Research off, pull in as much as we want, and then we will just get a slash off. And we will not put that on the board for now, just in case for whatever reason there is an opportunity for a Manaphy, which Manaphy loses effectiveness as every turn that goes on from here on. But kind of want to leave the options still just open for now. Okay, and then right into the Rocky Helmet. So what we can do is a couple of things. We can either fight right into the Rocky Helmet, which honestly we got enough HP and the Iridas that it's not that big of a deal. Or if we want, or if we wanted to do that. No, we don't want to do that. What we could do is we can Sabrina out. He's got no energies on the back Palkia. He's got no Rocky Helmet on the back Palkia. Yeah, he's got an energy on this guy, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal for us. We can just get another energy on this Palkia and do another slash. Also opens him up with Cyrus's also. So we can always pull in that Articuno, say, with a Dimensional Storm potentially. Okay, so and of course, Manaphy would have actually been pretty good to be on the field right for that exact moment. But you know what? Even just the 1 energy on this Palkia to do slash isn't really going to slow me down. We'll just... Or what we could do is we could double down, and that's what we're going to do. They have fallen behind a little bit, so we are going to Leaf. I mean, ideally we would have had the Manaphy on the board last turn, but that's okay. So we'll get the Manaphy up now. We are going to put the cape on it just so that we have a little bit less to worry about. And then we can get 2 energies on the back line here. And this will set us a little bit farther ahead for our Dimensional Storms. And you'll notice I'm also getting the other Palkia ready rather than Palkia EX. It is just a little bit better just because it puts us in a scenario where we have a lot of HP with 2 Palkia EXs, but we can also just focus on getting the other one in and force him to take 2 prizes. So that's kind of where what we're working towards right now. So, get that Professor's Research down, and really we could go in Dimensional Storm right now. We're not going to quite yet. He's going to get Blizzard off next turn. Are we too that worried about Blizzard? We're really not. We're just going to get, yeah, no, we're not going to let Blizzard, scare us too much. Get another Oceanic Gift. And boom, this 18 trainer Articuno there's no way it's going to be able to keep up with us once it gets this kill on Manaphy. no matter what it does, with Blizzard, hurts everything. It won't matter. I guess the one thing it could potentially do with Blizzard is it could try to Cyrus in our other Palkia that has no energy on it. But we do have the Leaf, and that's why this deck does run double Leaf. And honestly, even a Misty at this point, Misty on the back is probably what you'd want to do. But there we go. So 3 energies on the Misty on the back, and then the energy on up front. So he will kill this Manaphy, but it will definitely be at the cost of the game. Okay, so we will go into Palkia now, and also just to kind of go back on what we were saying too about him being able to pull in with Blizzard. We're not going to worry about it because we have the Leaf, but the Irida, if we were that worried, we could have put the energy on our back Palkia and then been ready to heal up everything, because everything would have had water energy on it, and we would just negate it altogether. And there you go. That's just showing, again, how consistent this deck can be. And this was without any Misties giving us any bonuses, right? This was without having a Misty flip go out of control. It was just with the starting of the Palkia EX. And that is GG's. We are going second on this one. We've got a Manaphy start. We do not have necessarily 2 Pokemon in the back. We do know that we have the Palkia EX we can put up, and we do have another Manaphy. Manaphy, unfortunately, is not the best to be stacking energies on, but it's not the worst either. We do have the Misty also, and likely, unless we pull a Professor's Research, we will play the Misty. Now, the reason we would play a Professor's Research first in this scenario is in hopes to get another Palkia EX or the Origin form. So we get the Pokeball, no Professor's Research anyway, but yeah, that's kind of like the mind behind it. Now, Manaphy is one of the best starts. Actually, it is the best start for this deck. If you can get Manaphy in the opening position right away, and we will put the second Manaphy on the board. Reason for that is because if a Sabrina happens, then we easily can just swap it into the next Manaphy. We'll drop the Misty. And the reason why this is the best is because it is going to be that energy generator to get all of our big Pokemon full of energy. If you do not get basics like Palkia Origin Form and Palkia EX on the board, then this very quickly gets outpaced as being the worst start of this deck. Though it's unlikely because you do have enough starters that generally you're not just with one, but it can happen. It's happened to everyone. It can definitely happen. So now we're just going to be rocking the Oceanic Gifts, especially too because despite, a Rocky Helmet potentially going down, we don't have to worry too much about this Dialga killing this Manaphy right away, which will give us a lot of breathing room to get the energy on. We even have the Irida too, so if we want to potentially keep this alive, we can. And we have been extremely fortunate this round to get double Misties right away. And if we can get an energy on here, then being realistic, we are better off just getting Dialga off the board right now. We're going to retreat. Let's go right into Palkia EX right now. We're going to play aggressively here and be able to get the Palkia right off the board. Now, what does that do? What that does is it wipes all of his energy off the board. And yes, he does have the other Dialga, but it does not have a Rocky Helmet, as well as has no energy on it. So we are going to be able to keep slashing away at this Dialga while we put energy onto our back Palkia and get ready to do another Dimensional Storm. Granted, as of this second, all of our slashes will do significantly less because of that, but not really the end of the world. We do have Sabrinas in here. We do have Cyruses in here. So as long as we can get a net positive onto this Dialga, we should be able to Cyrus it back in. If we pull the Cyrus, of course. Now, he will be able to get a attack off. That is definitely... Oh, interesting. I would have thought that that would go on to the Arceus on the back line. Because chances are he's not going to want to keep Dialga in to fight me. Because you would likely want to have your Dialga be able to live through more than one hit. But honestly, I'm for it. Let's see what he puts together. Okay, so we will play the energy on the back Palkia. Again, we're going to play the Irida here. What this does is it forces Giovanni to happen to get the kill if he's going to do the swap. And then we'll just do another slash here. So what that slash does, it means that this Dialga is going to be at 150 HP if it does get swapped out right now. Of course, he's full of potions, just trying to do whatever it takes to keep above that 150 mark, which is fair. He should be desperately trying to do that right now. Katie, welcome in. They're going really well. Today. Just playing this quad Palkia deck and having a lot of fun with it. All right, so we're still not really in a situation where we're that worried about dying. We'll play the Professor's Research, and like, granted, there is a argument to be made that yes, maybe it would be a good idea to do a swap into the other Palkia. But now that we've pulled the Sabrina, we've got the 4 energies, we've got everything we need. So as long as we don't see a cape go down, we win this round. So he'll do 100 damage. Without a Giovanni, he can't even get the kill. If he gets the kill, we just go in with Palkia, we Sabrina, and we win. If he doesn't get the kill, then we put the energy onto Palkia, we pull it out, put the other Palkia in, and then we win. So either way, we get a win right here. The only thing that would be able to stop that would be if the cape that was on this Dialga the whole time actually went on to the Arceus in the back. So there we go. We will put the energy on the Palkia in the front, and we will retreat into the Palkia in the back, and that is going to be game right there. So he'll put up whoever he wants to put up, and that will be the end of it. GG's. Yeah, no, matches are going really good. Sway, another gifted sub. Dude, thank you so much. Very much appreciate all the love, guys. Like I said, any donations today, it's all going towards the tournament prize pools for next month. So all the love, Sway, we appreciate all of it. So we are going first, and we are starting with the Origin Form Palkia. So this is going to be the weakest start for the deck. Reason for that is a lot to do with the retreat cost on this card, but it does have a good HP pool, so it does give you definitely opportunity to still get some work done. We will throw the Palkia on the board. Let's just try the Misty turn 1. If you have the Misty, usually you're going to try it, get it out of the way, because if it's Tails, then at least it's Tails and it's done. It's done with. Let's just see where they go from here, and a lot of this is likely going to come down to how their energy distribution goes, with this being a Gibble deck. I mean, don't get me... Well, no, with it being water energy, this is not going to be like going into a Garchomp EX. You wouldn't add the water energy for that. Just for adding potentially Irida, that seems aggressive. But the thing about this deck is that, honestly, for the HP pool that we have, the potential we have for healing, just going in raw into Origin Form Palkia really isn't that bad. So, we're not going to put our other... Well, yeah, let's just put it on the bench. It's not going to hurt us any. If we see, like, if some sort of Sabrina happens, we'll go into Manaphy anyway. So really, we're competing against how badly their energy distribution goes and whether they keep getting water energy. Which, the longer they get it, the better off we're going to be. And then we can just snag a win that way. We'll play this, and we may as well just do the Irida right now before things get out of hand. Gets us right back to full HP. And then next turn, we, no matter what, will be flipping on potentially getting a win, whether there's an evolution or not. And we just get a concede. That easy enough. And that is kind of a good display of just showing that, like, don't get me wrong, he did not have a great start on his side of the board, but it does show that the worst possible position for this deck does, like, it outpaces the worst possible position of other decks. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.